Hello and welcome to another live AM language video. I'm just going to share the video and we can then begin. I hope everyone's doing well and everyone's having a good day. I'm just going to share and we should be good to go. Okay, right. And great. Video is now shared, so we can crack on. Let me know who's watching. It's a nice day today, isn't it? Well, it started off, actually, to be honest, when the day started, I didn't think the day was going to be very good. But now I'm looking at it, I think it's not too bad. The sun is out. Georgia, good afternoon, Georgia. Thank you very much for joining. Evelina, thank you very much for joining as well. Good afternoon. I hope you're doing well. I think the weather at the moment, it's a little bit heavy. So if we say the weather is a bit heavy, we mean the air is a bit heavy. And this can happen when it's this kind of heat. It's quite humid at the moment as well. It certainly is the sort of weather where you would want to go to the beach and relax in the sun. So in today's lesson, we are going to look at the passive voice. Now, the passive voice is a really important type of grammar that you guys need to know. And there's the simple version of the passive voice, and then there's the more complicated version. So we'll start off simply with the more simple structures, and then we will slowly build up. LVScom says, hi, Richard, how are you doing? I'm doing very well, thank you, LVScom. How are you doing? I think at the moment, well, at the moment it's Wednesday, isn't it? So it's midweek. I think the week is going, I don't know. Sometimes weeks feel like they go by very quickly, and other weeks feel a little bit slower. I think this is a decent sort of paced week. Alejandra says hi. Hi, Alejandra. Thank you very much for tuning in. Welcome to today's program. I hope you are doing well. Okay, so we've now got a decent number. So LVScom says everything is okay. Thanks for asking. You're welcome. Okay, we now have a decent number, so we'll begin. So the passive voice is, I think the best way to start off is just looking at the structure and why we need to know the passive and how we use it. So to start off with, what exactly is the structure? Okay, so you will always have your subject. Arena says hello. Hello, Arena, and good afternoon. Thank you very much for joining. Now, I think I have done videos in the past already for certain levels on this, but some of this will be new to you guys. Yana says hi, Richard. Gabriella, welcome to the channel. Hi, Richard. It was a pleasure meet and talk with you yesterday in Golden Beach. Ah, yes, that's a point, by the way, guys. So yesterday I went down to Golden Bay, where I was doing some filming, because at the moment I'm making lots of small videos, and we will soon be in a position to start uploading these small, short videos that are going to be helpful for you guys. And while I was down, while I was at Golden Bay, I met some students who managed to find time to go and enjoy the sun. And Gabrielle was one of the students. So lovely meeting you yesterday, Gabrielle. And I hope you're having a good day today. So thank you very much. Lovely to see you here on the live chat. Paulo Ferrer says good afternoon. Good afternoon, Paulo. Thank you very much for joining. Okay. Leondina says hi, everyone. Hi, Leondina. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the lesson today. Okay, so let's have a little look at what we mean by the passive. First of all, in order to know what the passive is, we need to know what we mean by an active. So let's say, for example, I'm going to use the past simple to start off with. So let's say I found the dog. Okay, I found the dog. Okay, this is an active sentence because it's subject plus verb plus object. Okay, and if this were in the present, it would be I need to find the dog. Okay, so that's what we're looking at here. That is an active sentence. The subject in this case, okay, I, is the doer or agent. Okay, so I am the cause of the result. I am the cause of the sentence. So that is what an active sentence is, and that is what you are first taught. Now, a passive is when the object of an active sentence becomes the subject. Stefano says, hi, dear teacher. Hi, Stefano. Thank you very much for joining. So, what do we have? If we take this, okay, I found the dog, for example. We now can say the dog was found. Now, we now have our object, which is now our subject. So we have subject plus subject plus passive verb. So what we have here, when we're using passive verb, it means it's the verb to be plus past participle. Okay, and that's it. The object isn't needed. I can add the object of the sentence, such as, or should I say, the doer, let's say, such as I could say the dog was found by my sister, for example. What you can see here is that in the passive sentence, what would usually be our object of our sentence becomes the subject of our sentence. Okay. So why do we choose to use the passive and not the active? Well, quite simply this. When we use the active, the focus of our conversation is on the doer. Okay, so active, the focus is on the doer, the agent, or let's put it, the cause. Okay, maybe the cause. Yeah, maybe the cause, but I'm going to put that in brackets because that's not always the case. But more importantly, the doer. In a passive, what we're focusing on is the result. Now, that is an important thing. We're focused on the result, not necessarily the why, which is why when you travel, you will see things such as flight let's say flight, let's go British Airways, BA 989 to Berlin has, let's go with present at the moment, is delayed. Okay, so we can say flight blah 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 to Berlin is delayed. Delayed, okay, if a flight is delayed, it means it is late. You will see that in this sentence, we are not telling people why the flight is delayed. We're telling them what they need to know. And what they need to know is that the flight is delayed. And that is why we are looking at it. You want to focus on the result, not the why. If it's in the past simple, we could say the flight to Rome was cancelled. Again, we don't need to say why it was cancelled, but we can say it was cancelled. So now this is a past simple passive. When might we want to say the why though? Well, the why will come at the end of the sentence, but we could say, for instance, the flight was cancelled because of bad weather. Okay, so now we know that because there was bad weather, the flight was cancelled. All right. But like I said, we want to focus on the flight, which is why the flight is our subject of our sentence, not the weather. So here we've looked at how we can make things in terms of a past and present simple passive. So it's now going to be over to you guys. I'm going to write some example sentences. I'll tell you what verb you need to use, but you guys need to complete the sentence for me. Okay, let's begin. Okay, so let's start off with the first one. The train was something. In brackets, I've put the verb you need. In this case, it's delay. Now, let's say past. Can we make this past? Okay, can you make this a past passive? So simple past, yeah, the past simple passive. Okay, or simple past passive. Can you guys try and complete that sentence for me? In the present, yes, is delayed. In the past, was delayed. Fantastic. Well done. Straight away. Good. Alejandro, was delayed. Excellent. Very good. Excellent. Well, let's look at the next one. Okay. Let's look at VSCOM. The train was delayed. Sandra says the train was delayed. Yana says the train was delayed. Very good. Well done, guys. Evelina, the train's delayed. Trains, you would need the apostrophe s to make it the train is delayed. Then that would be okay. All right, good. Now let's look at something slightly different. Let's go with okay. So the okay. Oh, let's see. This might be a little bit difficult, but I'm feeling confident that you guys will be able to get this right. Okay. The phones. Now this is going to be past simple passive. Have a go, guys. So the phones, because they were, because they, the phones, because they, Okay, and you've got the verbs of break and drop. So yesterday, if you remember, guys, we looked at some irregular verbs. So one of these verbs here is going to be an irregular verb, and the other one is a regular verb. So let's see what you guys come out. Broken and dropped. Okay, Alejandro, you are off to a fantastic start. Okay, but can you tell me what the verb to be is? Is it was or is it going to be were? Have a little think about that. So let me know, Alejandra, do you think it's was or were? Paolo says the phones were broken because they were dropped. Georgia says the phones were broken because they were dropped. Stefano says the same thing. Irina were broken. Okay, guys. Okay, let's see. Broken and dropped. Yana, the phone. Ooh, close. We need. Okay, you've got the verbs right, We just need to remember. So, guys, if this is the past and this is plural, is it was or is it were? That's what we need to think of. Let me see what some of you guys say. Some of you have got this right, by the way. So let's see. Then I'll address the was broken. Okay, let's just remind the phone's S, plural S, guys, plural S. It's plural S. Okay. Okay, I can also see a slight spelling mistake for from one or two of you. Very small, minor mistake. Okay, LVS.com says the phones were broken because they had dropped. Okay, if you were going to go with that, you then have to put been, had been dropped. That would be a past perfect passive. I like what you're going for, though, LVS.com. So the correct answer is the phones were broken because they were dropped. Notice dropped is two P's. Okay. So quite close, guys. Now, Yana, if it's just phone, then yes, it would be was. The phone was broken because, but then we would have to say it was dropped. So if we're going to start off with singular or plural, if we start off plural, we need to stay in the plural. If we start off in the singular, then we have to continue in the singular. Okay, guys, really well done. Good stuff. Now, let's begin to make this a little bit harder. I'm going to go with the, let's now look at the present, and then we'll start adding the layers to it. Okay, so now this time, we're going to go with a present, okay, a present simple passive. Let's say, okay, let's say, okay. Let's start off with this one. We'll start off easy, and then we'll make things a bit more difficult. So the flight, cancel is the verb. What are we going to write? What are we going to write? Make sure this is a present simple passive. Okay, so what happens in the present? What happens in the present? Okay, the flight, and we need to think of the word cancelled. Sorry, cancel is cancelled. Okay, Sandra has gone in for is cancelled. Is cancelled. Sorry. Let's see. Flight is cancelled. Cancelled is cancelled is cancelled. Excellent stuff, guys. Really well done. Okay, we're doing well. Just remember, cancelled is double L. Okay, you need two L's. You need two L's in cancelled. If you're writing in the past, Alejandra and Irana, then you would be correct. Was cancelled in the past, is cancelled in the present. Excellent. Okay, we're doing fantastically well here. Now let's look at the present perfect. The present perfect. Okay, so present perfect. For example. Okay, the house has been bought for 300,000. So you have your present perfect. Okay, so you have has plus been plus past participle. So this is what you need to make when you create a passive voice. Has been. You need three verbs in the row. Has been cancelled. Has been bought. Has been sung. Has been fixed. For example, so the AC has been fixed. The windows have been cleaned, for example. Okay. Don't forget, guys, if this is plural, then you have. All right. So that is, again, we're saying the result. We're not saying who cleaned the windows. We're not saying who fixed it. We're not even saying who bought it. We're just talking about the result. And when we talk about the result, that's why we want to use the passive. Now, your turn, guys. What do you think? Okay. Let's go with. Okay, so now we need to think of the past of sell. The car, The verb we need to think of is sell, and therefore we need to think of the past of sell. Okay, sell. What is the past of sell? And let's see what you guys come up with here. You will see that it's the car, so it's singular, not plural. What do you guys think? Okay, Stefano, the car has been sold. Alejandra, the car has been close. You've got has been correct. You just need to think of the spelling of sell in the past, Alejandra. But you're very close. Georgia says the car has been sold. Sandra says the car has been sold. LVS.com has been sold. Evelina has been sold. Paolo has been sold. Alejandra has been sold. Perfect. Fantastic, guys. Now, of course, we don't know who bought the car, but that's not important. We just need to know the car has been sold. Brilliant. Now, let's look at what happens in the past perfect. Let's look at the past perfect. Okay. So the car had been sold for good. Okay. For example, the car had been sold before I could make a bid. A bid is another word for offer. Okay, so a bid is an offer. All right. So let's say it's a car, it's a second-hand car. You go along, you see the car that you quite like. You know other people want the car as well. You go away, you think about your price. You go back to the person to make your offer, to make your bid, and you've discovered that the person has already accepted a bid, and therefore the car has been sold. You don't know who bought it, but you know that the car you wanted has been sold. You can no longer buy it. Okay, so let's try this one. Okay, let's go with this. Okay, let's try this one. So the thief blank 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 as he was getting onto the train. Oh, the train. Sorry, I'll rewrite that again. I've just noticed I don't think I spelled. I misspelled train. Sorry. So there we go. Oh no, I did spell train right. Okay. So the thief blank 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 as he was getting onto the train. So here we've gone for a past perfect plus past continuous. We will look at how you can use the passive in the continuous as well. But have a little think here. What is the past participle of catch? What is the past participle of catch? Is it catched or is it caught? Is it catched or is it caught? Is it a regular verb or an irregular verb? Georgia says that the thief had been caught. Gabrielle also says had been caught. Okay, guys, you seem to be in agreement. Sandra agrees. Stefano agrees. Yana agrees. Okay, guys, you are all correct. Well done. LVS.com agrees. So does Leondina, Evelina. Excellent, guys. Really, really good. Just be careful of the spelling of court. We don't want to. I can see there's a typo in one of the sentences, but I know that's an honest mistake. Don't worry about that. Paolo says the thief has been caught. That would be in the present, but we're looking at the past perfect here. Okay, good. Okay, we're doing really, really well. Now, let's look at continuous. What happens in the continuous sentence, for example? So, in the continuous, we can say, for instance, the food is being cooked. So instead of saying the chef is cooking the food, we can say the food is being cooked. Now, if you work in hospitality, if you work in a hotel, or if you work in a restaurant, the passive is used a lot because you're not always going to really talk to customers using the active voice. For instance, you will also say, the room is being cleaned, for example. The room, okay, so the room is being cleaned. You don't need to say the cleaners are cleaning the room at the moment. You can say the room is being cleaned. It's a shorter sentence. We know it's happening in the present. We don't need to say that the cleaners are cleaning the rooms if it's in a hotel because we know it's going to be the cleaners. There's no other option really. So that is why we would choose to use it in the present. So let's see how you guys do. Okay. So let's go with this. Okay. So. Okay. The package. Now, a package could be something in the post, for example. The package today. Today. Now, we can see the package, not packages. So we need to think about if it's going to be is or are. If it's singular, it's going to be is. If it's going to be plural, then are. Let's see. Georgia says the package is being delivered today. Stefano says the package is being delivered today. Alejandra is being. Well done, Alejandra. Very well done. Don't forget the past participle at the end over there. I know you haven't learned it yet because of your level, but you just need to put deliver in the past. Okay, delivered. Yes, Alejandro, well done. LVS.com, the package is being delivered. Good. Paolo, the package is being delivered today. Good. Yes. Evelina, yes. Alejandra, yes. Leondina, very good. Sandra, well done. Okay, guys, you're doing really, really well. I'm very happy because this can be quite difficult. Now, let's just quickly check how we can use it in the past continuous, and then I'm going to leave it over to you guys. Yana says the package is being delivered today. Excellent. Well done. Now, let's look at the past. Let's say a typical thing that can happen. Okay. Yeah. My phone was being fixed. My phone was being fixed. Okay, so that would be in the past simple. Sorry, past continuous, okay? My phone was being fixed. We might say my phone being, typical example, okay? I couldn't call you because my phone was being fixed at the time. Okay, so maybe the question is, why didn't you call? And your answer is, I couldn't call you because my phone was being fixed at the time. That's why I couldn't call you. Okay, I'm going to write a sentence here, guys. Let's see what you say. Can you get it right? Okay, well, let's go with the question as well so we have a context. Say, why didn't you come? Okay, why didn't you come to work? For example, that's the question. So your reply is, um, okay, guys, um, this is another word for fixed. So you got fixed, and then you have fixed. You also have repair, and in the past, it's, what did I write? There we go. Okay, so that's the past participle. In case you don't know, it's another word for fix. So fix, fixed, repair, repaired. These are regular verbs. So what do you think the answer is? I couldn't come to work because my car, at the time. Stefano says, because my car was being repaired at the time. Jana was being repaired. Okay, guys, do you agree? Do you agree? Victor says was being repaired. Well done. Well done. Okay. Let's see if others agree. Paulo says, I couldn't come to work because my car was being fixed. Alejandro was being repaired. Good. Okay, guys, I'm really happy. Georgia says, was being repaired. Sandra says, I couldn't come to work because my car wasn't repaired at the time. Okay, that's fine. It's not the same as a past continuous passive. I couldn't come to work because my car wasn't repaired at the time. Um, it's not a passive either. I think you could turn that into a past perfect though. Hadn't been repaired. Hadn't been repaired. No, it wasn't repaired. Yes, that's fine. But you're turning that into because the car wasn't repaired at the time. Yeah, no, it is. Sorry, my mistake. It is a passive. It's a passive, simple past passive. So that's the thing, Sandra. Okay, Sandra, you have written a past simple passive, which is fine, but we wanted to go for the continuous version though. Okay, good, guys. Now let's make this a little bit more difficult. I'm now going to write a sentence. Whatever I write, I want you to change into the future. So if you're going to change it into the future, I'll give you an example. So if I write, for example, okay, if I write the post is delivered in the afternoon, you guys would have to change it to post will be delivered in the afternoon. All right. So you will notice in the future passive, we've got will be plus past participle. Okay, to make a future passive, a future simple passive. Okay, those will be delivered. Good. A good one, Stefano. Okay, so that's what we're going for. So, guys, I will write my sentence in the present. You guys need to change it into the future. Let's see if you can do that. Okay, let's start off. The food is cooked. The food is cooked. How do we say that in the future? How do we say that in the future? So future, simple, passive. What do we think? Georgia comes in, the food will be cooked. Stefano says the food will be cooked. Okay, guys, that seems like you're off to a good start there. Well done. Sandra says, will be cooked, the food 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 will be cooked. Well done, guys. Excellent. Superb. Brilliant. Now, why might this be important? You might say the food will be cooked by the time will be cooked by the time you arrive. Again, this is very much hospitality kind of language as well. Let's say we change it. Let's change it. Let's go with something like, let's say you are making something like an app or for example, you might want to say, okay. So again, guys, I want you to try and turn this into a future simple passive, okay? Actually, I'm going to write this in the past, and you need to make it into the future. Okay, so the app was made in time for the summer season. The app was made in time for the summer season. Now, let's think, how do you make that into a future passive? Future simple passive. So we've got to have the app. We're still going to need made in time for the summer season, but how do we take was and turn this into the future? Let's see what you guys say. Okay. If something is made in time for something, it means it will be ready in that sense. So Georgia says the app will be made. Sandra says will be made. Okay, do you guys agree with them? Gabrielle says the app will be made in time for the summer season. Leondina says the app will be made. So does Stefano. So does Paolo. So does Yana. So does Irina. So does Victor. Okay, guys, absolutely well done. Evelina as well. Okay, guys, all of you like the video. This is fantastic. Really well done. The passive is not an easy thing to do. The passive is not an easy thing to understand or make. It can be very difficult. And all of you who have participated in the live chat section, you have all done very, very well. I know there's mixed levels here. We've got some people elementary, intermediate, up intermediate. You have all done exceptionally well. So well done to all of you. This is not an easy thing. There's 5 minutes left. If you would like to try and create your own sentences please do, and I will have a look to see how you guys get on, because that will now be the next thing. You guys can get the language right when you've got the structure of the whole sentence written. But try and have a go at trying to write a complete sentence of your own. I would say if this is your first time trying to make a passive, try and stick to the simple ones like present simple or past simple. But really well done, guys. This is a superb effort on your part. Excellent. I mean, really, really well done. This is not an easy language point to fully to know how to use. So you've all done a really good job today. But let's see if any of you can try and create your own passive voice sentences before the end of the sentence. Like I said, if this is your first time trying to write a passive, trying to write in the passive, it's best to stick to either the present or the past simple. It's just easier to build up from there. LVS.com, the laptop will be bought by my sister. Well done, guys. Well done, LVS.com. That is a fantastic sentence. You've gone for a future simple, passive, and absolutely top notch. Okay, top notch is another way of saying 100% excellent. Okay, so really well done there, LVS.com. Excellent stuff. Okay, guys, let's see if anyone else would like to have a go. We're doing well for time. We've got 3 minutes left. Let's see what you guys create. And yeah, afterwards, it's worth looking out for the passive, because you do see it a lot, especially in anything to do with customer service. I should say this, customer service is full of the passive. Stefano says, I'll be cooking by the time you arrive home. I would change that, Stefano, to say the food will be cooked by the time you arrive home, because there, what you've written is a future continuous. So you need to rethink that sentence to make it a passive. Rina says, my phone is produced by Samsung. Yes, that's an excellent sentence. Well done. Really good stuff here, guys. Really good. We've only got 2 minutes left of the lesson. Let's see if anyone else can come out with something. Sandra says, I couldn't cook the meal because my fridge was being empty. Oh, so close. So close, Sandra. Emptied. You just needed to make empty into the past. Emptied. That's all. So close. I thought you were on to an absolute winner there, Sandra. But just remember, it's emptied. Okay, emptied in the past. Leon Dina says the restaurant will be opened in time for summer. Well done, Leon Dina. Excellent sentence. Very good. Wow. Well done, guys. By the way, I might have forgotten to tell you, Sandra, emptied, and just about for everyone else, emptied, okay, because it ends with a Y, the regular verb of this is you replace the Y for an I. So empty, emptied, empty, emptied, okay? Paulo says she was awarded with, oh, well done, really good sentence. You're missing an article with a Nobel Prize, but in terms of the passive, Paulo, perfect. Well done. You just need to remember your article, but that's a perfect sentence. Let's see. Stefano says the food will be cooked by the time you arrive home. Perfect sentence. Well done. You're welcome, Sandra. Okay, guys. Thank you so much for coming along to today's lesson. Everyone who has participated in the video, make sure you like the video. You all deserve a like because you have all done an incredible job. Well done. This is not an easy grammar point, and you have all done a very good job. So like the video for yourselves and share with people that you know who would find these videos interesting and helpful. As for everyone else watching who has not participated, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching, and I hope you've all enjoyed today's lesson. I will be back tomorrow at the same time, 4 o'clock, with another lesson. You're welcome, Georgia. You're welcome, Stefano. And you're welcome, Sandra. And you're welcome, LVS.com. I'm glad you all enjoyed the lesson. Okay, guys, thank you very much. I will see all of you tomorrow. Take care and have a lovely evening. You too, Evelina. You as well, Irina. You're welcome. Okay, guys, bye for now. Thank you very much, Paolo. Thank you very much, Leondina, and you as well, Yana. Okay, guys, bye for now.